The views, information, and opinions expressed during the following program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent the views of Access Communications, its representatives, or its employees.
Call to order this meeting of Estevan City Council for May 11th, 2026. Hey, first item. Can I have a motion to accept the agenda? Councillor Willeser, Councillor Dubowski. Your hand was up a little long there. Councillor Johnson, do you have something to comment or?
Oh, sorry. No, I was just going to sign on to it.
Gotcha. All right. Oh, yes. Councillor Willeser and Councillor Dubowski.
All in favor.
Oh, yes, sorry. All in favor? Carried. Thank you. First time. Can I have a motion to accept the minutes of April 27th, 2026? Councillor Johnson, Councillor Veroba. Any comments, questions? Seeing none, all in favor? Carried. All right. Under written reports of committees, we have the minutes of Upper Source Watershed Association, October 28th, 2025. What is the wish of council? Okay. Motion to accept?
Yes. Acceptance and approval.
Okay.
Deputy Mayor Elliott.
Thank you. That's a seconder. Okay, we have Councillor Johnson, Councillor Dubowski. Any questions, comments? All in favor? Carried. Next is minutes of the SETPC March 24th, 2026 minutes. What is the wish of council? Councillor Johnson?
Acceptance and approval. Filed.
Okay. Seconder? Councillor Willeser? Okay. Any questions, comments? Okay, all in favor? Carried. Minutes of the SVM April 22nd, 2026 meeting. What is the wish of council? Councillor Willeser?
Acceptance and approval.
Okay. Seconder? Councillor Veroba? All in favor? Carried. Okay. Under executive reports, there is a report from the city manager regarding administration reorganization update.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So there was a request to update some of the items from our strategic plan. So one of the first things identified in the 2026-2028 strategic plan was looking at the organization and how information flows through and how inquiries are given. So we found there was some bottlenecking just by the way that the number of reports that had to go through the city manager. So talked to council during budget time and they agreed to create kind of a director role. So we do have, I can list them off just so everybody's aware of them as they move forward. So James Layton is our role of Director of Corporate Services. Aaron Wilson, we've taken the role of Community Services. Matt Angel is the Director of Utility Infrastructure. Rick Davies is the Director of Protective Services. Haley DeConnick is the Director of Transportation, and Sazia Malik is the Director of Human Resource. So should be noted this is mainly just a reporting structure change that very few additional positions were put in. We put some redundancy in for our IT division, but other than that, they were just adjustments of reporting structure. So as we move forward for council and the citizens of Estevan, we just want to make sure that people can talk to those directors directly and then get their issues solved accordingly. So just want to provide this information to council to receive and file, as well as inform the public. Thank you.
Thank you, City Manager. Okay, can we have a motion to accept? Councillor Willeser, seconder, Councillor Dubowski. Questions, comments? Councillor Willeser.
Thank you. One of the things I think is important to note is that it was highly unusual that the city of Estevan operated without this director level, that most other cities across Saskatchewan have had this resource for their managers and for their city manager for quite some time. And this brings us more in line with current practice and also helps with recruitment and retention moving forward.
Excellent. Okay, all in favor? It's carried. Under executive reports, there's a report from the city clerk regarding police board bylaw terms of reference. What is the wish of council on this? Councillor Leeser.
Thank you. I am currently one of the council-appointed members to the police board, and it is a challenge. There's a large amount of responsibility, a large amount of information that needs to be acquired. And so, as mentioned in the report, having that carryover and the ability for someone to renew their term is important, but also recognizing that after 4 consecutive 2-year terms, there's an opportunity for others to step in and learn that position from the member-at-large seat as well is important. So I am in favor of this recommendation.
Okay, any seconder for that? Councillor Verova?
Is this an actual seconder need? On here it says for information. So are we actually asking today for a recommendation from council, or is this just for information?
We're looking to accept a vote, I believe.
So it's just for information, but at the next council meeting, the bylaw will be brought to
Right.
council.
Okay, yeah. So you just want acceptance and approval today?
Right.
Then I'll second that.
Okay, and Josh, would you like to speak to this?
Thank you, Your Worship. Council has been asked to consider an update to the current bylaw that establishes the Board of Police Commissioners, excuse me, specifically in relation to term limits for members at large. The current bylaw speaks to term limits for members of council appointed to the police board. Section 1 provides that each of the 6 councillors are eligible for appointment to the board for a 2-year period during their term of office. This allows for all members of council to have an opportunity to speak on this important committee of council. So this bylaw does not currently include similar language for members at large. In the spirit of fairness, best practices, and democracy, it is very important that the public also have a clear and transparent opportunity to serve, while also ensuring the board benefits from experienced and knowledgeable members.
Thank you. All right, all in favor? Okay, carried. Next, there is a report from the Corporate Services Division regarding the telecommunications tower neighboring the Souris Valley Museum. What is the wish of council on this? Councilor Verova?
I just think we need to explain a little bit so people that are watching right now understand what this is. So basically, it's Explore Incorporated would like to upgrade its existing tower that's located at the Souris Valley Museum. The existing tower is 12-meter high wooden pole with a security fence located east of the main building. The proposal is to replace the existing structure with a 45-meter high tower, a 6x8 shed, and a backup generator. For the project to proceed, the city as a landowner would have to consent to the proposal. It is recommended, though, that council directs administration to not provide landowner consent to the project. And that is because written in the report, the Souris Valley Museum has concerns over the proposal. The museum views the proposal as aesthetically incompatible with the goals of the museum and their outdoor displays. Long term, it is also noted that the museum has a tight building area, so the proposed tower would add constraints for future building expansions and outdoor displays. So the 2 recommendations is that council would either consent to the replacement of the existing tower on the property, or we deny the consent. And it's recommended by land development that we deny, so I will make the recommendation that we deny, or the motion, sorry.
Okay, thank you. Any seconder? Councilor Leeser?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Any other comments, questions? Okay, all in favor? Passed unanimously. Okay, and thank you, by the way, Councilor Verova, for explaining that. There's also a report from the Corporate Services Division regarding the 512 Milne Crescent development permit request. What is the wish of council on this? We have the recommendation from Land Services. Is that? Councilor Verova.
Thank you. I was just going to ask if we could actually have Richard Newfield speak to this, because I believe in the report it did say that there was nobody that came forward, but the neighborhood was asked for any input. And in the past, we have had neighborhoods who haven't agreed to this, but I think with the really the demand for housing in Estevan, the secondary suite would be a good thing, but I'd like to hear from you.
Thank you, Mayor and Council. Yes, there was as per our normal procedures for a discretionary permit, there was a notification done to registered landowners within 75 meters of the property. They were given 2 weeks to respond. With the transition that we've had with corporate services and what have you, that 2 weeks actually got stretched into closer to a month. I did have a phone inquiry regarding it, and basically they said they're okay with it in this situation. Sometimes neighbors have issues with these types of developments, other times they don't, and this one, no objections.
Okay, thank you, Richard. Councillor Johnson?
Yeah, I just have one question over to Richard. Richard, typically on a development like this, above what I see is all garage floors underneath there and a shed beside the building. Have you bounced this off of fire department? Because what I see here is just one access going up to that landing, up to that dwelling. Isn't it supposed to be two accesses onto a dwelling like this, or is that something that I'm not aware of that's been changed?
A national building code allows for this type of building with one access to it has to be its own separate access to the dwelling portion.
So this is correct then, right?
Yes.
With the layout?
Yeah, they have to get a building permit for it.
Thank you.
And
That's
fire
all my
codes.
questions.
Yeah.
All right. Can we get a motion? Councillor Leeser?
I make the motion that we accept this approval.
Thank you. Seconder? Councillor Dubowski? Any other questions, comments? Councillor Veroba?
Just to make sure that it's written in with all the recommendations from land development. I'm assuming that's what Councillor Willies meant. Yeah.
All right, all in favor? Carried unanimously. Next up, there is also a report from the Corporate Services Division regarding the 733 Albert Street subdivision application. Richard, do you want to give us a bit of background before we make a motion?
Thank you, Mayor and Council. This subdivision, basically it's a normal sized lot, and it's to be split approximately in half, not quite 50-50 on each side. What happened here was a house was originally constructed on the property in the early 1960s, and then in around 2013, I believe, the second dwelling was constructed with the breezeway that connected the two homes. There was a fire that destroyed the breezeway. And then the property changed ownership, I believe, a couple times. And now the current landowner would like to go and subdivide so each dwelling could be on its own property. This isn't a subdivision that we necessarily would like to endorse, but we're trying to make the best of the situation. The other options were worse. So.
Councillor Leeser?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. I would like to declare a conflict for my friendship with the applicant.
No, okay, thank you. Councillor Veroba?
Thank you, Richard. So I think you are aware, and I'm aware, that one of the neighbors is not happy at all about this situation, and they're opposed to it being separated for numerous reasons. Some of them you wrote in your report. One of their biggest issues, though, is to ask if there will be any taxpayer dollars used to separate these two homes in any shape or form.
Richard?
Thank you for the question. Any application of this nature, all components are 100% the cost of the developer.
Okay. So in that case, then I will make the recommendation that we move forward with your recommendation, and that they have to abide by all of the 1 to 6 that you have spelled out in here for them. And it says in here that they have 1 year to comply with all of your conditions. In the event that they do not comply, what happens next?
Typically on something like this, if we don't have full compliance, one of the factors that we take into account is the cooperation circumstances behind a non-compliance. If the developer is working cooperatively with the city and trying to make progress, they just don't have it done, we have the ability to give a time extension or make the decision that, okay, we can enforce, but not now, we'll give them some extra time. If a year went by and nothing at all happens, that would be a different matter, and we would have to, as an administration, look at the pros and cons of what options may be before us.
So then would it come back to council, then at that time we would say, no, they don't get to subdivide, or would it just stay with administration?
Depends on the circumstances.
Okay, no, I'll make it a recommendation that 1 to 6, and they have the 1 year.
All right. Councillor Johnson?
I just have a few comments, Deputy Mayor. I drove by this property yesterday, and I didn't see a house number on the house facing Albert Street. It's lacking, needs to be put on there, so that's a bylaw thing. If they took some time and cleaned this property up, like landscaping, the front yard, and cleaning up the property, that would be nice. It would be more acceptable, in my view. And are we done with the building inspector going over there and looking at this property, or not? Or does he have to make a visit over there to kind of like sign off on it? Because I've seen a few things that, to me, as a carpenter, as somebody that knows a little bit about a door opening into an area, there should be a proper landing there and things like this. So is the building inspector going to be going over there and signing off on it, Richard?
Thank you for the question. A building permit is going to be required in order to authorize the repairs that were done and any further repairs that may be required to bring both dwellings into compliance. Another thing that will be done, and I couldn't do this until council decides the matter, but now we're going to have a home with an address on a different street. So yes, one of the things that's going to happen is the landowner is going to have to put a proper street address on that dwelling.
Okay.
Once I've assigned it.
So this could be a really nice little piece of property for both these houses if it was cleaned up and addressed. And I think that's something that we need to be, I'm going to say, working with that individual or those property owners in order to make it happen. So thank you very much, Richard.
Okay, and were you seconding the motion?
I'll second the motion.
Okay. Any more comments, questions? Okay, all in favor? Passed unanimously, just barely with quorum. Okay. Yeah, could you grab Councillor Belizer? Thanks, Richard. All right, there is also a report from Corporate Services Division regarding the building permit report from April 2026. What is the wish of council? We're looking for, I guess, Councilor Verba? Is that right? Do I have a seconder? Councilor Johnson. All in favor? Carried. We have a report from the Corporate Services Division regarding the incentive program policy revisions. Okay, and for this, we have Rebecca Ford to give us some information.
Good evening, everybody. In alignment with the City of Estevan and Economic Development strategic plans that were created last year, we've been advised through Economic Development to create some new incentives for the community. So this is what that is tonight, and I'm just looking for some approval for the new incentive that I'm looking for approval on. So this one will be the new build incentive, and the new build incentive is going to be a proposed program to encourage development on bare land within the City of Estevan. Under this program, new construction projects would receive 100% exemption on the municipal portion of their property taxes on a new build for a period of 3 years. The exemption would apply to new commercial, industrial, residential, and multi-unit residential developments. And the objective of this incentive is to stimulate investment in new construction, support economic growth, and help address Estevan's current housing gap. By reducing upfront operating costs in the early years of its project, the program is intended to improve project feasibility and advance new development. So this program is put into our new incentive policy, and this will take over from the new business incentive. So we're going to hopefully get rid of the new business incentive and implement the new build incentive instead. It is here in your package. I didn't want to highlight the whole entire 11 pages in red, so it just is in red in the 1.0, and that's a brand new incentive. And then just some upgrades to our storefront and facade improvement incentive. Everything stays the same, just you can't apply if you've already received that incentive within 5 years. And the only other stipulation on that one that I would like to see in addition to is that Economic Development Estevan and the City of Estevan, whether it be through corporate services or tourism, is allowed to advertise and promote that business for the period of 1 year, which is in alignment with most other grants that people receive.
Okay. So wish of council. Councilor Verova?
Yeah, actually, I'm on the Economic Development Committee as well, board, and we've worked hard in making sure that these changes align with the strategic plan and the vision that we see for the city. So I think it'll be a good change and hopefully generate some new builds.
Excellent. Was that, were you moving to accept?
Yes.
Thank you. Would I have a seconder? Councilor Johnson. Okay, any other questions, comments? Seeing none? Oh, I'm sorry.
No problem. I just have one other just comment. This new build incentive, just in your package, it does say, just so everybody knows, will take effect as of April 1st, 2026. And the new business incentive, we're going to just roll it out for the last month for the next 30 days because there are a few businesses that are just wrapping up their paperwork on that. So I don't want to just straight cut it off as of tonight. So we'll give a 30-day leeway on that one, and the new build incentive starts as of April 1st.
Okay, good to know. All right, all in favor? It's passed unanimously. Okay, and we have a report from the Utility Infrastructure Division regarding the water quality report for April 2026. What is the wish of council? You had a recommendation for acceptance? Councilor Weleaser? Seconder? Councilor Dubowski? Any questions, comments? None. All in favor? Carried unanimously. Okay, we have a report from Utility Infrastructure Division regarding the 2026 Power Dodge Arena Walls and Beams tender. Would you like to inform us on that, please, Matt?
Thank you. Yeah, so we put out a tender for the Power Dodge Arena walls and beams to get sandblasted painted. Had a project budget of around $80,000. It came in quite a bit higher. So we're looking at alternatives of what we can do. We rejected these two tenders because they came in significantly higher. So we're looking at different alternatives that we can do to help clean up the paint that's starting to chip off the beams and see what we can do to beautify it a little more in there with the new rink boards and stuff that's in there. So.
Okay. Any questions, council, or comments from council on that? Councilor Weleaser.
Will delaying this project impact user groups at all this year? There's no safety concerns or delays as a result of canceling this project?
Thank you, Councilor Weleaser. No, there shouldn't be any safety concerns at all. It's just a matter of paint that was chipping off. I believe the maintenance crew has gone and removed a lot of it so that none of it's going to be falling on the ice. That was really the only concerns at the time because there was some bigger chunks, but it's all been removed since then.
Thank you.
All right, Councilor Verova.
Are we confident that we can find something next year within that price range, or do we think we have to jump up to what they're actually quoting and look at that option?
Thank you, Councilor Verova. I'm hoping that we can find something within that price range. They came in quite a bit higher than we were thinking, so we're definitely looking at some different options instead of just going in sandblasting and repainting them. We'll look at some different options that we can do and maybe reach out to some different communities to see what they've done with these style of beams.
Okay. All right. So did we have a motion for acceptance?
I'll
Okay.
make the motion that we just accept the report and that the project doesn't go through this year.
Okay. You seconder, Councilor Verova. Okay. Any other questions, comments? All in favor? Councillor Waleser, yes, sorry. The other, yes. It was the other Councillor Veroba. Okay. Thank you, Matt. All right, now, under giving notice, can I have a motion to accept and approve the correspondence and application of Envision's Counseling and Support Center Incorporated regarding victims of survivors of Crime Week 2026? And so you know what it's about. It's whereas Envision Counseling and Support Center Incorporated has been providing therapeutic counseling and support services all across southeast Saskatchewan to those who have been impacted by crime and abuse in their lives, as well as to individuals, couples, children, and families who are going through a difficult situation or event. And whereas in 2023, Saskatchewan had one of the highest provincial rates of police-reported violence, family violence, and intimate partner violence, similar to police-reported crime overall. And whereas Envision Counseling and Support Center Incorporated would like to recognize and honor the individuals who have been impacted by violence and crime in their lives, and also those who support these individuals as they experience and move forward from their traumas. I, Dave Elliott, Deputy Mayor of City of Estevan, Saskatchewan, do hereby proclaim May 10th to 16th, 2026 as Victim and Survivors of Crime Week. Can I get a motion from Council? Councillor Waleser, seconder. Councillor Johnson. Any questions, comments? Oh, sorry. Oh. Okay, all in favor? Carried unanimously. What?
They have a representative, Your Worship.
Oh, did they? Okay, I'm sorry, would you please speak to this?
That's okay, thank you so much. And we just wanted to thank everyone at the City of Estevan for helping us to recognize this Awareness Week. It is a National Awareness Week that, as we just mentioned, focuses on honoring those who have been impacted by violence and crime in their lives, but also those tireless service providers that work alongside these victims and survivors to help support them and guide them in their healing journeys.
Right on. Thank you.
Thank you.
Apologies for that. I'm just reading. Oh,
Question.
Councillor Johnson.
Deputy Mayor, you're asking for the water tower lights to be turned on orange, is that correct, with your request?
Yeah, we would love that if that is something that we could get approved, but also the proclamation would be just enough as well.
Well, are they going to be turned on orange or not? That's my question, so I have to ask that question tonight. Is that something that we can do, City Manager?
Yeah, if council approves, we can as well.
Okay, let's approve that then.
That's what we voted on, it's in there.
It's in there?
It's in there.
I didn't hear it,
Yeah.
but that's in there, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, the proclamation didn't include everything we were doing, but it's all in the package, so.
There we go.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you for your concern.
Thank you.
Yep.
So did we vote on that?
Yes, we did, Your Worship.
Oh, thank God. I'm so having fun with this. Okay. Under giving notice, can I have a motion to accept and approve the correspondence and application of Estevan LGBTQ plus Pride regarding the LGBTQ plus 2026 Pride Week? Is there someone here to speak to this? I just press the button on the mic there.
All right. Estevan LGBTQ plus Pride would like to address the City Council. We'd like a progressive pride flag hung at City Hall. A small flag raising ceremony on the afternoon of April 21st. This parade the flag to the rising would just be a short walk from the corner of 13th Ave and 4th Street down 4th Street on the sidewalk, so it doesn't have to affect the actual traffic. Yeah, to show LGBTQ plus people and allies Estevan's a safe place for queer people.
Okay. So we're looking for, that was April?
June 21st
Oh,
to 28th.
Yeah, that's what I had here. That's right. I thought you'd mentioned April. So you want the flag raising on June 21st?
Yeah, that's the Sunday.
And then a walk afterwards? Okay. What's the wish of council? Councilor Leeser?
Acceptance and approval of the request for LGBTQ+ Pride Week to be proclaimed from June 21st to June 28th, the Progress Pride flag to be raised from the 21st to the 28th, and for the water tower to be lit in observance of this week.
Okay. Councilor Dabowski, were you seconding? All right. Do we have any other comments or questions? Councilor Veroba?
I'm just curious what the color on the water tower will be, because there's no color listed on here. So is it a multiple color? Like, are we able to do that, or is it one straight
Can it do
color?
a rainbow?
Yes, Councilor Brobe, I do see under the options on the thing, it does say rainbow, so I'm assuming that would be the color.
Okay, on mine, I'm not seeing anything
No, it's not
clicked
checked
off
off, but it is an option on the, like, so, communications and marketing would have put this together, so.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Any other questions, comments? No? All in favor? Okay, carried unanimously. All right.
Thank you.
Now, under giving notice, can I have a motion to accept and approve the correspondence and application by the Committee for Walk to Make Cystic Fibrosis History Estevan regarding Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month, May 2026, and I believe we have some people here to speak to this.
Hi, thanks for having us. I just want to tell you a little bit about the walk to make CF history. It's been in Estevan for 12 years now, and we kind of want to bump up our awareness by doing a lighting of the tower for cystic fibrosis awareness. May is Cystic Fibrosis Awareness Month. I can tell you a little bit about it for people that don't know. CF impacts the body, primarily targeting people's digestive system and lungs. The most severity of the body that suffers are the lungs. They build up with a thick mucus that can severely harm their respiratory system, or they have persistent lung infections, and there's many other things that come along with it, such as infertility issues, growth development issues, trouble digesting food. Other stats with the cystic fibrosis. Currently, there are 4,400 people living in Canada with it. There's 98 new CF diagnoses in Canada as of 2022. 65% of Canadians living with cystic fibrosis are adults, but sadly, 37 years old are the average age of half of the Canadians living with CF, and those 37-year-olds have passed away in the last 5 years. Wow. And we are a family who wants to see that changed, and I've been advocating with my family, my committee for 17 years, but we took on the walk 6 years ago and have continued to see it grow over the year. I'm really proud to be a part of something so impactful, and our son was born with CF through newborn screening. And since then, we've continued to, with hope and determination, to make CF stand for Cure Found.
So May is obviously a big fundraising month for cystic fibrosis. Walks go across Canada on May 31st. A lot of cities across Canada are lighting up their landmarks blue, lighting them up blue, and call it Light Up for CF. So we'd be requesting to have the water tower lit up blue for the weekend of the walk.
Okay. Which would be May 29th.
May 29th, 30th, and 31st.
Okay.
And Liam just had a little bit to add.
We would very much appreciate if you, lit up the water tower blue, as we have been doing this walk for quite a long time, and without the research and funding with, doing these types of, events and whatever, people like me wouldn't be alive right now. I am one of the very fortunate people to be around with, getting drugs like Kalydeco, Trikafta, enzymes, and multivitamins. All sound very much, obviously, but those are what helps me keep alive, along with my nebulizer and PEP, or I, obviously forgot, what really they stand for, but the point is that they also help me breathe better. Without those, I'd either A, be in a hospital, needing constant treatment, or B, most likely wouldn't have been here today. So it would mean a lot to my family if you lit up, the water tower blue, as, it shows your support for cystic fibrosis.
Councillor Verova.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So just a question, what time does the walk start? And is on May 30th is the walk?
The walk's on May 31st. The registration starts at 9 a.m. We start the actual physical walk at 11.
11 a.m. is the walk. Okay, and if somebody wanted to donate prior to that day, how do they donate?
They can donate to any of our committee members or anyone that's registered for the walk. That's the best way to do it. You can register or you can donate online at the Cystic Fibrosis Walk, and to anyone in our that you might know that is walking even. And a wonderful fact about what we have done since 2014, we came out to a couple of the walks as just a family looking for somewhere to go, somewhere to do, because we didn't know anything about where we were going to go with this. And proudly and happily, Estevan has helped us raise over $111,000 for cystic fibrosis. So you guys are on the map, and I feel like your light should be blue. And for what you've done. I will make the recommendation that we do light up the tower for blue, but I also want to commend you for taking over volunteering and also making this a passion of, and rightfully so, with it affecting your family, but taking over that walk is huge, because I remember when it first started and it was smaller, and it's growing, so good for you. Thank you.
Yes, and if people could always come down to the walk, have a burger from Chef Grandpa over there, and make their donation at the same time.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, and I believe, isn't Chef Grandpa also a bottle and can collector?
That's right.
Yes.
Yes, so if you have any bottles and cans throughout the month of May, that's where you want to send them.
630 King Street.
What was the address again?
630 King.
630 King
Street, yes.
Have we said it enough?
630 King Day.
All right. So we... Yes. Okay, we have a seconder for the motion? Councillor Dubowski. And all in favor? Passed unanimously. Thanks, guys. Thank you. Okay. Under giving notice, we have clean sweep announced for May 19th to May 24th, 2026. Any council want to speak on this item? Councillor Walizer?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. This is an important opportunity for residents within our community. Not everybody has access to a truck or a trailer, and it's the city crews that do come through the community, and if you have your yard waste bundled, bagged on your driveway, they will pick it up and transport it for you. It also ties into the free landfill weekend, and those hours are Friday from 8 to 8, Saturday from 9 to 6, and Sunday from 9 to 6. And then on May 26th is also the household hazardous waste collection event. So lots of opportunities coming up for people to clean up their yards, clean up the community, get us ready for the Golden Garbage Can competition.
Right on. Okay, and also under giving notice, we have hazardous waste collection, as mentioned, announced for 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. on May 26, 2026. Any council want to speak on that?
It's just at the old civic lot.
At the old civic lot by the curling rink. So, and what are they bringing, city manager?
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So a third-party contractor comes. They come with specialties that can accept different types of household hazardous waste. They assess it, and then they properly dispose of it if they can. So everybody, household Just make sure that there's original containers and labels only, sealed containers only, must be leak-proof. Pesticide containers must show the pest control product number, and not accepted is motor oil, paint, antifreeze, ammunition, caulking compound, cosmetics, diesel, medical sharps, fertilizer, mercury switches, light tubes, and CFL light tubes. So it does bring a lot of the stuff that you can get rid of, but not everything. So just refer to the information on the webpage, and then if you have anything other than those, please bring it in.
Excellent, thank you very much. Okay. Pardon me? Oh, sorry, Councilor Dubowski. Thank you.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Just a question to City Manager about this. It says, under toxic liquids, it says automotive additives and lubricants, and yet it says no motor oil or antifreeze. Are we talking like what kind of automotive additives and lubricants are we talking here?
Thank you, Councilor Dubowski. I'll have to get some clarification and get back to you. I don't know that off the top of my head.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Okay. Under giving notice, we have clean sweep announced for Doors Open Estevan, announced for 12 p.m. to 4 p.m., May 30th, 2026. Any council want to speak on this item? No? Councilor Leeser?
Thank you. This is a new event that we're trying. So often you've driven past these buildings, you're not necessarily familiar with the services available in them. So for this afternoon, you'll be able to stop in. Some of the buildings have set tour times and they'll take you through kind of the back inner workings. Other places like City Hall, you can come into chambers and meet with council members. The event itself is free and it includes City Hall, the Art Gallery and Museum, Souris Valley Museum, the police station, the fire station, and at Golden West Broadcasting. So all of that information is available online and it's open to the entire community.
Thank you, Councilor Leeser. All right, inquiries. Councilor Verba.
Thank you, Deputy Mayor. So actually, I had a couple things. One, I participated in the Community Builders Workshop on May 6th. That was quite interesting. It just goes back to building stronger communities through volunteering, but also through the business community and just the community as a whole, just supporting each other in so many different ways. The other thing is I am the co-chair with the Community Wellness Committee, and we are hiring a community connector. So applications were to be in on May 8th, but we haven't actually gotten together yet to start the hiring process. So I say keep on putting the resumes in and the applications in until we do. But just so everyone's wondering, back in 2023, 2024 is when we started the Community Wellness Committee, and that was a pilot project. So we were one of 4 communities that were able to start with that, and that was through the Justice Department and CETA. And we are the only community that is from the original 4 still actively having a Community Wellness Committee. And it's basically our bottom line is to build a stronger community. We have 4 key areas, which again can be found on our website. But the social prescribing is with the community connector. And so with social prescribing is basically so that your healthcare physician provider could basically say to you that you are no longer acutely ill, but you still have needs to be met. And so that wouldn't be done through healthcare, that would be done through the community connector person. And they would help you find services in the community. And that is something that Community Wellness has been saying since day one when we started our program, is to try and help people find the services that we already have in Estevan. Just some people just aren't aware of where they are. And so this is huge because this is another pilot project. So we would like to have the person hired prior to the end of May so we can get them to Regina so they can connect with other community connectors across the province, because this is one that Estevan isn't first to get on board with, but we aren't the last. So we're excited. We can't wait for the next person, whoever it is, to be hired to jump on board with this, and also to be able to report back hopefully in 6 to 9 months and let you know how excellent the program's going. So if anybody is interested in applying, you can do it through the Community Wellness email, which is found on Be Well Estevan, and all the information is there, or you can phone me 421-7100 and I'll help you. Thanks.
Thank you. Anything for Treasury? Can't even get her to say no. Councilor Dubowski.
Yes, thank you, Deputy Mayor. Just a couple things, like the weather's getting a bit nicer out there except for the massive windstorms we've had recently, but you know, weather's getting nicer. It's just nice to see everyone's getting their nice vehicles out and their bikes, and it's just a nice atmospheric change. Brings a bit of positive vibes, I guess. And the other thing is too, we're kind of getting pretty close to storm season here, so just keep an eye on the weather, radars, radio, whatever else, and you know, be smart and be safe about this year's weather season.
Councillor Johnson?
Just mention a few items that, well, I guess me and you, we attended the McHappy Day at the McDonald's, and that was a great success for the community. It was nice to see so many people turn out and donate for a good cause. It's interesting to know what the future looks like for McHappy Day. With talking to a few of the members there, they're really trying to put in 20 new rooms for clients in Regina, and they're trying also to also install 12 new rooms for clients in Prince Albert for January 2027. So that's coming to Saskatchewan here, and that's kind of been touted as new access for people that need that type of care from McDonald's and for families. So that was good. Another big item that was really interesting to go to was the Chamber of Commerce, the Coffee Talk, and had the opportunity to listen to the, I'm going to call
Warren.
No, it was another lady that was up there first. She was with the Chamber of Weyburn, and she's also a very strong part for the Weyburn Oil Show, and she was talking for a little bit about everything that's going on for that oil show that's going to be hosted in Weyburn this year. And usually every year that's where they host it, is the Weyburn Oil Show, and mentioned all the things that are going to be going on there, and they're looking for new companies to come in, and you know, anybody that's involved in the oil to set up their booth, vendors and things like that. So that's kind of cool. Also, Warren Waldigger was there that morning, and he talked, and he's from Estevan here, and he talked about the oil patch. And the oil patch of what's been happening over the years that he's been involved in it, and all the plays that he's been, you know, successfully taking a hand at, you know, working in, and a number of the people that has affected him with his business over the years. And it was really interesting to listen to him about what they're doing in the oil patch these days. And I learned a lot that morning from listening to Warren and hearing what he had to say. So it was very informative, very interesting. Another one I'd like to mention in Estevan here is another new business that has set up over on 12th Avenue. It's Prairie Pathway Counseling Services, and what they offer is for children, teens, adults, and couples. They're offering counseling, so if there's people that are in need of extra counseling or needing counseling, they have locations in Estevan, Weyburn, and Oxbow. So their address is 231 12th Avenue here in Estevan, and it's a new business, and I just went there that one day and decided to see what it was all about, so it's very informative. So here we go. We're bringing in businesses to Estevan, and it's nice to see these things happen. Thank you very much.
Councillor Leeser.
Thank you. I would like to congratulate Tim Hortons and Growing Smiles. They were the #1 seller of Smile cookies in Saskatchewan again this year, and together our community raised over $54,000 to support 3 of the daycares in the community. It requires a lot of volunteers, but it is always an exciting week. I also would like to invite the community out to the next Community Wellness Board Game Night. It's held at Estevan Market Mall, always on the third Tuesday of the month, which is the day after the long weekend this month. So if you can circle that on your calendar. And then I would like to inquire to the city manager if you can just explain to our community the importance of getting your mandatory census completed and the impact that it has on city finances.
Thank you, Councillor Walliser. Yes, the census is out right now, and I know some people are either reviewing or throwing away. It is a huge impact to us. So we get our municipal operating grant from the province as well as the Building Community Strong Fund from the federal government based on the census figures. So currently we are at that 11,000 mark, and we had 2.9 million for municipal revenue sharing. We have seen in the past that health card numbers could be servicing up to 13.5, which would get us up to 3.4 million. So this is a significant number that please fill out your census. That number would also boost up our federal grant from 670,000 to 800,000. So our census number is used for calculating grants from province and federal, so please fill out that census accurately so we are getting the correct allocation from our government.
Excellent. All right. Did you have anything else you'd like to comment on, City Manager?
Nothing, Deputy Mayor.
Okay. City Clerk?
Oh, nothing, Your Worship.
Okay. The only thing I have is going back to McDonald's. I found their till to be very intuitive to use and operate, so I may have found my next career path. I guess all I need now is a motion to go into closed. Councilor Verova? Councilor Dubowski, all in favor? Carried.
If you'd like to share your feedback on the program you just watched, contact us today